Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello dear students, hope you are doing well. We have discussed the term saturated, unsaturated, diluted and concentrated solutions in the previous session. As you see in here, today's lesson starts from the concentration of solutions. Concentration plays an important role in many areas, such as chemistry, biology, medicine, etc. Concentration of some important solutions used in daily life. As you see in this picture, we have in here vinegar, we have soft drink, and also we have in here household bleach. Vinegars contain 5% acetic acid, or for example, cola contains 1% carbonic acid, or for example, we have in here household bleach that contains 5% sodium hypochlorite. What does it mean? It means 1%, 5%, and 5% in here, they shows the concentration of solutions. By measuring the concentration, you can understand that this cola is safe to drink, or for example, your body has enough vitamins and minerals. As you see, we are going to start the solution concentration or concentration of solution. What is a concentration? A concentration is the amount of solute in amount of solvent or in amount of solution. What does it mean? Also, we can say like this: concentration is equal to amount of solute dissolved in amount of solvent or amount of solute dissolved into the amount of solution. In concentration, we are going to study types of concentration. In here, we have mass concentration. We will study mass percent as well. We have concentration of molarity, concentration of normality, molality, mole fraction, concentration of titer. Also, we have something more. For example, like part per million we have. Also, we have part per billion. Also, part per trillion. Also, we have. We will study each one by one. As you see in here, the first one is mass ratio. What is the mass ratio? The other name of mass ratio is weight ratio. Also, we can say, what is the mass ratio? Is any ratio of one component of the solution divided by total mass of the solution. What does it mean? It shows that the ratio of every part of solution, we are going to find the every parts of the solution according to their mass. For example, we have mass of solute plus mass of solvent is equal to the mass of solution. It means we are going to find the ratio of every part of the solution according to their mass. For example, when we are going to find the weight ratio of solute, every time the mass or weight ratio, the mass of the solute we should write in the numerator and the mass of the solution in the denominator. Also, when we are going to find the mass of solvent, the mass of solvent should be in numerator, it is so important, and the mass of the solution should be in the denominator. As you know, the mass of the solution contains the mass of solute and the mass of what? Solvent. Solute and solvent. Sorry, in here I should write solvent. Also, keep in your mind that the weight ratio or mass ratio of solute plus mass of ratio of solvent should be is equal to 1. For example, in here one question about mass ratio. We have 200 grams of sodium hydroxide is dissolved in 800 grams of water. What is the mass ratio of sodium hydroxide and water in this solution? At first, we should categorize our solution. For example, we have in here mass of sodium hydroxide. Mass of sodium hydroxide is equal to 200 grams. We have also mass of water. We have in here 800 grams. We should find the mass ratio of sodium hydroxide and water together. At first, I'm going to solve the first part. For example, I'm going to write the weight ratio of sodium hydroxide. According to the formula, I should write the mass of sodium hydroxide in the numerator, and mass of sodium hydroxide sodium hydroxide plus mass of what? Mass of water. We have like this. Sorry. Mass of sodium hydroxide is equal to, what is the value of mass of sodium hydroxide? We have in here 200 grams. Also mass of sodium hydroxide, again 200 grams plus mass of water, we have in here 800 grams, is equal to 200 grams. In the denominator we have 200 gram plus 800 grams, it will be 1000 gram. We can cancel gram to gram. Also we can simplify it into each other. 2 divided by 10 should be is equal to 0.2. It means the weight ratio or mass ratio of sodium hydroxide is equal to 0.2. Also it does not have any value unit, sorry. Now I'm going to find the weight ratio or mass ratio of water. Weight ratio of water is equal to, I should write the mass of water in the numerator and mass of water in here plus mass of sodium hydroxide is equal to, what is the value of mass of water in the numerator? 800. We have in here 800 gram. Mass of water plus mass of sodium hydroxide, when we are adding together, it will become 1000 gram. We can cancel gram by gram. Also we can simplify it into each other. Also it will become weight ratio of water is equal to 0.8. Also we can prove that weight ratio of sodium hydroxide plus weight ratio of water should be is equal to 1. It means weight ratio of sodium hydroxide plus weight ratio of water should be is equal to 1. The value of weight ratio of sodium hydroxide becomes 0.2 plus the weight ratio of water is 0.8. It will become what? 1. Next one is mass percent. It shows the percentage of every part of the solution according to the mass. This is the definition of mass percent we have in here is the mass of solute, or every part of the solution is divided by the mass of the solution and multiplied by 100. They are the same. And when we are going to find the mass of every part of the solution, we should write that in the numerator. Also, for example, so it is remarkable that you should understand what does it mean. 20% sodium chloride solution by mass. What does it mean? It means we have 20 grams sodium chloride is found in 100 grams of solution. For example, we have a solution that contains sodium chloride and water. Sodium chloride and water. It means we have how many grams of sodium chloride? We have 20 gram. How many grams of water do we have? In here we should write 80 grams because it is written in here solution, not water. Also in this picture, as you see, it is written that sodium chloride 0.9%. What does it mean? It means in every 100 gram of this solution, it contains 0.9 gram of sodium chloride. Okay, another question, when 15 gram glucose is dissolved in 135 gram water, what will be the percentage of glucose and water in this solution? At first we should categorize our question. We have mass of glucose is 15, mass of C6H12O6 is equal to 15 gram we have in here. Also mass of water we have in here 135 grams. We should find the percentage of each part of this solution. At first I'm going to find the percentage of glucose in this solution. Okay, weight percent of glucose C6H12O6 is equal to mass of glucose. In here we have divided by mass of glucose plus mass of what? Water times 100. According to this formula, we can solve this question. Mass percent of glucose is equal to glucose C6H12O6 is equal to mass of glucose is 15 gram. We have in here our Mass of glucose again 15 grams plus mass of water we have in here 135 grams times 100. Mass of glucose is equal to 15 grams divided by 150 grams times 100. We can cancel them to each other. Also, we can simplify them. Also, we can cancel them to each other. Mass or percent weight ratio, mass percent of glucose, mass percent of glucose, mass percent of glucose is equal to 10%. Also, water, it will be mass percent of water is equal to 90%. Okay, next one is the mole fraction. Mole fraction is the same of mass ratio or weight ratio. Also, this expresses according to the mole. We are going to find this fraction according to the mole. What is the mole fraction? Is the moles of one component of the solution divided by total moles of the solution. For example, mole fraction is represented by a Greek letter like this. This one is also we can read this one she or chi. Also we can represent it, the mole fraction, by capital N. For example, when we are going to find the mole fraction of solute, we should write the moles of solute in numerator, and it is the same of mass fraction, moles of the solution in the denominator. In here we have mole fraction of solvent, we should write the moles of the solvent in numerator, also moles of the solution in the denominator. It is remarkable that you should understand, keep in your mind that the mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent should be is equal to 1. Okay, let's do one example. You may understand better about mole fraction. For example, we have in here 0.1 mole of sodium chloride is dissolved in 100 grams of water. It belongs to sodium chloride, and 100 grams belongs to water. What is the mole fraction of sodium chloride and water in this solution? In this example, I will do the first part. You should do the second part by yourself. For example, I'm going to solve the mole fraction of sodium chloride. Mole fraction of sodium chloride is what? Mole fraction 0.1 mole we have in here, but we have in here 100 grams of water. It gives us the mass of water. We should change the mass into the mole, as you have studied last session. Mass of water is equal to 100 grams. In here we can change gram to the mole. What was the formula of mole? According to the mass, we had mass over molar mass. N is equal to, what is the value of mass? Is 100 grams. In here we have, what is the molar mass of water? It is 1. It is 16. 2 times 1 become 2. 1 times 16 becomes 16. If we add them together, it will be 18 gram over mole we have in here. We can cancel gram by gram. Also, if you simplify 100 by 18, it will be 5.56. N is equal to 5.56. Okay, now we changed gram to the what? To the mole. In here it is mole. Okay, I'm going to find now mole fraction. The first part, for example, I'm going to find the mole fraction of sodium chloride. In here I should write mole of what? Mole of sodium chloride. In here mole of sodium chloride plus mole of water is equal to, mole fraction of sodium chloride is equal to, what is the value of mole of sodium chloride? 0.1 mole. In here we have, in the denominator we have mole of sodium chloride, again 0.1 mole plus mole of water. What is the value of mole of water? 5.56 mole. In here we have. Okay, when we are going to simplify them to each other, it will become 5.66, I think. When you divide them to each other, simplify to each other, it will become 0.018. Okay, that's all for today. Have a good time.